This is a 1918 Holt 10-ton artillery tractor. It was used in the First World War to haul around heavy artillery equipment around the battlefield. In this video, you're going to see the history behind it as well as how we recovered it. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we're out here today in Greensboro area recovering a Holt 10-ton articulating tractor for a guy who wants to buy it. So I'm not entirely sure. I don't believe it runs as the condition is. Not sure what needs to be done to it or what not. So originally, from what I can tell, it would have, since it was an artillery tractor, all this would have been steel plating around here, kind of armor, and that seems to be missing. But from a getting it running standpoint, the magnet is there, your carburetor's there. It's just a matter of work. But back in during World War I, I've heard that they used these tractors were designed by Holt, and they were originally actually designed by the military to pull all of their big artillery guns and whatnot. So the tracks articulate in the middle of the tractor here. You can kind of see where they're attached there is full of dirt. Like you said, it's been sitting here a while. After the war, the military decided that when they signed the document that no more production on military vehicles could be undergone. And so because this was originally designed specifically for military use, they stopped production on them, and they actually kind of redesigned the tractors when Holt and Best merged, because this is very similar to the 60, but they didn't use this design because one of the bigger reasons was how the tracks were made were so complicated, because it has all these and the amount of top wheels here. Kind of see how much more complicated it is compared to, you know, today's tractors and 60s. But we'll get he's got the trailer backed up, he's lowering it down now. Hopefully we can winch it on and can break the tracks loose so they'll roll freely. Shouldn't be too hard of a job. The seat you can see here has in place. That kind of looks like the fuel tank there. Besides that, and I'm no expert, so I don't see what's missing here or what else is missing. But everything, like you said, all the necessities and everything are here. So it should, besides some work, should be able to get it running. But let's go check out what Dad's doing.
Pushed it forward. I think that's disengaged. We'll see.
We'll see.
Sliding the board, it's not turning.
Did you double loop it so there's more pulling power?
Yeah, it doubles your capacity. Yeah.
Is that bolt gonna hit it?
Yeah, that's better. So what do you think's keeping it up?
Well, I think it's in gear. And then the steering clutches on this side, I think, are stuck.
You know of a way to get it out of gear?
Penetrating oil, and if we rocked it back, it might.
Break it.
Here's low. So if it's right here, it ought to make.
It's probably in the reverse, because that's where I backed it in here.
So it's low, direct, and high, and then reverse is right here. There's the
Okay.
R right there.
Let's get some light. Maybe there's something down in there keeping it from shifting.
Like a lock or something?
Yeah.
See anything down in there?
Nah. I can crawl up underneath there and look.
It's probably a hitter lock. It has to be a certain way for it to.
That's the clutch there, eh?
Okay. It's almost like there's a latch of some sort holding it.
Want me to hold your light?
Nah, let me get over here where I can see. There's a pin on the side.
Let me know if I'm in the way.
You're not in the way.
Hold that for you. That's the one thing I'm good at. My dad might tell you a little bit.
See, there's a pin right here. I don't know if that's what's keeping it from moving or if that's what moves this rod right here.
I think that's probably what moves the rod.
Are you trying to see down to the bottom of that?
Well, no, look down in here. This is connected to this rod right here.
Oh, yeah, I see. Because there is a pin underneath that the transmission lever, it's keeping it in gear.
I reckon just slide it on up on that. Now turn.
Flywheel's moving.
Well, she's rolling. That's the
I
main.
reckon it's out of gear now.
Looks like
Right there.
gallons or things.
What happened? Way years ago,
Sorry
it's
about
about 5 or 10 miles over there, and he drove it over there, but he took his things off. He's gone out there on the field.
Those to give it traction?
Huh?
Are those to give it traction?
Yeah, you take it. He took them off and run it on the road.
Oh, okay. So what did he use the tractor for?
I just kept it. I got a D8 over yonder
Oh, okay.
at my house. And if I got stuck, I was gonna take the winch and pull it out.
Okay.
I never did use it. Huh?
That means you didn't get stuck, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
I imagine he'll roll up on that now.
Yeah, it is.
That truck turning on you.
Yeah, it's rolling. Both of them moving.
The engine's turned. Either get the or no, the transmission.
Yeah, it's still
That
in
thing
gear.
got a road carrier in it. That thing will fly up the road.
It's still in gear, ain't it?
I think what happened was I figured out that pulling the lever back disengages the clutch.
Oh, okay.
Think they get up on there now.
I can see clutch like, you know.
Excuse me, sir. I got a question. So, were you the one who bought this tractor?
No, my daddy's the one traded for it.
Okay.
I kept it on account of that winch.
Uh-huh.
I got a D80 that I cleaned the farm up with, and if I got stuck or something, I could take this and pull it out.
Okay. Let me go and hook it. Now because he's doubled up the winch, just going straight from the winch to the tractor, it's a 10,000 pound capacity winch. But now, since he's got two doubles at 10,000, so now that's 30,000 pound capacity, and that helps because the tractor only needed the 20 he had earlier with just one switchback, because it was on flat ground. But now that he's trying to get it onto the trailer, especially with this rib right here, kind of making it more of a steeper slant onto the trailer there, he's got it doubled back. So he's got 30,000 pound capacity. It's not a 30,000 pound machine, but he needs the torque and the pulling power to get that much to pull it up onto the trailer. Got it twisted up? Yeah, just pull the trailer much more than it's meant to be lifted, so you can reduce the amount of gap that the winch had to pull the tractor up onto. So now that he's kind of got it, the majority of the tractor onto the trailer, he lowered it back down now so he can get it back on. I'm not exactly sure why it's not rolling like it was earlier. I think he locked the clutch up so it wouldn't slide off, or they wouldn't accidentally drag it off the edge of the trailer. But now he actually got it on a good ways from like the hitch is still hanging off, but from where the trailer kind of track leaves the trailer, he's got about 2 feet of clearance there. So, and that's enough to get the trailer hopefully leveled out, so then he can kind of essentially drag the tractor onto a flat surface rather than just the, you know, up the incline of the trailer. Are the tracks not rolling anymore? Did they just lock up, or did you do something? Oh, okay. What are you trying to do now?
I gotta move this up so we have better pulling.
Okay. Because they're getting too close?
I guess. Either that or something wrong with me.
Well, the tracks aren't rolling anymore.
You're running out. Okay.
It's rolling now.
Thinking, Aaron, you gonna try to hook it underneath somewhere?
Yeah, I think so.
You're gonna hook it underneath the tractor rather than up here, kind of halfway up it, hoping that'll give it,
Around that bar, maybe?
giving the winch the more torque.
Is there a cavity right there where that wish bone is?
Right here. You going right here?
Yeah.
Don't get too dirty now.
Well, I was trying to avoid it. What's a
sunglasses to block the dirt?
what's a tractor rescue without a little bit of dirt?
Exactly. Is that on the undercarriage?
Yeah.
See if that helps.
Oh,
Came unhooked. Alright, you tell me if they come unhooked, you know?
all right. Caterpillar, you say?
Yeah, you are.
There you go, now it's tight.
Might be where it's lined up on the top.
It's not wanting to pull it up. It's not wanting to pull it. Because he's got it winched underneath the tractor in the middle, and he's got it doubled back twice, so it should be 30. So there must be something wrong with the winch, because with how he has it, and he should have been able to pull it, you know, when it was attached to the nose, but just to be sure, that's why he attached it underneath. But also that's kind of the center of gravity, so it's in theory more of a ethical place to attach the winch, if that's the word for it. Now he's just gonna try and pull it out. It's kind of more of a slide to having this much weight behind the axles. I mean, you can see the truck just slipping. But there's not enough weight on the, too much weight back there lifting this end up. And you know, of course, not enough downwind weight. But now that he's got it kind of out of that ditch, can push the axles back and hopefully get a tractor more centered toward the center of gravity for the trailer. So now that he's got the tractor over the axles, it should finally pull it on, and this will be the true test to see if there is something wrong with the winch. So the 30,000 pounds and it being leveled shouldn't have any problem pulling it. It's doing pretty good right now, and I think also the clutch is locked up on the tractor because you can see it kind of wavering. But now that it's pulled out, you can see where the tracks articulate. You can see it connects right there where he hooked the winch at. You can see the bar running across the inner side. But then the pin here and the two halves of the beam holding these wheels on. But it's very complicated compared to, you know, the newer 40s and 60s as tractors. Much more complicated with all the sprockets and these two braces, which I assume had a similar tank like the other side does. Much more complicated, and that's one of the reasons why they quit making this tractor and started producing the 60s, and one of the bigger differences, you know, between the two. So now that he's got it kind of centered onto the trailer, is on this side of the axles here, he can chain it down and it's roadworthy now.
I'll be 90 in a few days.
Oh, you will? Well, happy birthday.
Well, that's what he's telling me. His dad had an Alice dealership,
Oh,
and that's how they got this, is they took it in on trade.
was that E.F. Craven?
No, this was over in Reedsville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because E.F. Craven, see, they were the first ones in North Carolina that sold Holt and Best.
Really?
And no, yeah. And he was the first cat dealer in North Carolina because they sold cat for 1 year.
Huh.
That's Hugh Hash up there in the mountains was telling me a story about that.
All right.
Well, I kept it on kind of pulling my other tractor out. At 8, I cleaned the farm up with.
Yeah,
I left it winch on it
yeah.
so I could pull it out.
So you used the winch?
Never did use it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. He was telling a house mover down the road used it to move a house.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't catch that one.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
yeah.
My neighbor's got a 60 Caterpillar,
Oh, yeah?
and you remember that, don't you?
Oh, sure.
60. Well, Daddy hooked to them. And that knife had all of his things on it. He pulled that thing backwards.
Oh, okay.
At 60 Caterpillar. And it was, my uncle had a brand new 46 Ford car.
Yeah.
And that thing, every time that cleat would come over, he'd mash that thing down to the ground.
Yeah.
And we was hollering trying to get him to stop.
So he ran over the
He
car?
thought it was because he was pulling them backwards. But he'd like to pull that car up under. Brand new Ford,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
46 ball.
Well, the 60's not still up there, is it?
No.